Hi, I'm Jay, and today I'm tying a bucktail that I think might look a little bit like a rainbow trout. Stay tuned. So, good morning. This is about the third time we're doing this. Have to make sure I hit the record button. Have to make sure that the mic is on. But I think we're good this time. What we're tying and what we're going to put in the vise today, I'm tying a 3/8 football, what I call a football head. It's kind of a teardrop head, maybe a boxing glove. You know, that's kind of what it looks like. It has different names. We've always called it a football head, just like those smaller ice jigs that we do with the pointy nose. And that's just a term we use. But let's switch around. What we're going to put in the vise, right here we have a 3/8 football, and it's a white pearl. It might look silver on the screen, but it's a white pearl, so it does have a little bit of reflection. Kind of nice. It's an interesting paint color. And this customer, I think he's trying to emulate a rainbow trout. I had a few tails that are kind of steel blue, and I'm not sure if this comes up on the screen at all. But it looks black almost, but it's definitely a blue. The base of the hair fibers are definitely a blue, and then as they go to the tips, it darkens a little bit. Real neat the way this tail was colored, and we're going to add a little bit of blue Flashaboo, kind of the old-fashioned way, just right down the middle. We're not using any of the new tinsels. My favorite for this past year, the New Age Crinkle Flash, and just adding a pink belly. Knowing where this customer fishes, I suspect he wants something that looks a little bit rainbow trouty, because he's fishing the Susquehanna River at the mouth of a tributary that I know that they stock trout in the spring. So I'm guessing, because he's tight-lipped, but I'm guessing that he's fishing for walleye and pike that are probably just feeding on any trout that makes their way into the river. So that's what we're going to do today. So we start with our size A rod wrapping thread. This is just a plain nylon, unwaxed. And I walk it down, open wraps about 1/3 of the way down the hook shank, and then back up to the head. We take our pinch, of our darkest color first. We'll remove all the hair fibers, the broken pieces, the fuzz from the base of the pinch, and then I switch my grip just so I can restack this. Once I'm happy with that, I can adjust my grip until my tail will be the length of the body past the bend of the hook, which is just shy of the end of the silver part on this vise. This is an odd-shaped jig. It's got the elongated head, so your body's actually slightly shorter. It would be okay to measure from the eye to the bend of the hook for the length of the body, to give you a little bit longer tail. That might give a little bit more action. But for this customer, we're doing it just shy of the silver part of my vise. Switch my grip, keep this tight one last time. And we're going to just lay this into place. A few wraps towards the bend of the hook and a few wraps back to the head. Of course, we have our V shape. Give this a pinch and a twist. Now these heads are a little bit tricky in the sense that as it tapers towards the hook shank, I'm tempted to use a thinner thread when tying on these heads to make a thinner collar because of the shape of the head and as it tapers towards the hook shank. I try not to build it up too much. For our Flashabou, we want to grab 6 to 8 strands. No more than 8. It doesn't need a big gob of tinsel to actually flash as that jig's moving through the water column. And lock this right on top of the hook shank, a few wraps towards the bend of the hook, a couple wraps back towards the head, and I trim it just shy of the end of the tail. And then for our final color, he wants a pink body. He asked for a hot pink. I think if I was going purposefully tying something rainbow trouty, maybe a duller, like a baby pink, would be a good choice for this pattern. But again, pull the fuzz and the broken pieces from the butt ends, and then change our grip so we can restack. And once you're happy with that, adjust your grip, switching hands until both are the same length. Switch my grip one last time and keep this pinch tight. A few wraps towards the bend of the hook, a few wraps back towards the head. Just making sure that that tinsel stays down the center between the two colors. And then we can finish this collar off like normal. And to finish, I have a loop of thread about 18 inches or so, place underneath my last wrap. A couple wraps towards the bend of the hook, a couple wraps back up to the head. I might try this same pattern maybe with a ball jig or a Barumba head, especially if I know where he fishes. So in that section of the river, I would bet that he's fishing pike and walleye. So last but not least, we'll add our lacquer-based head cement. And this head cement, it's not to glue the jig together. By no means do I ever want to glue the jig together. But it does saturate and dry on the collar to help protect the collar from the fish with teeth. So pike, walleye, as they attack that jig and their teeth rake along the hook shank, you know, any nicks to that collar, it won't come unraveled. It'll be durable. So that's its main purpose of the head cement. Let's turn my face off and take a quick look at this. Very nice. I hope the color shows up on the video. The monitor, it looks black. It looks like a black and pink jig, but when you see it up close and in person, it's blue. It has a really neat shade of blue, and then that fluorescent pink. Again, I might tie one up for myself with a baby pink, a lighter pink, and then it's got the blue tinsel in there. That's kind of a neat looking color combination, I have to admit. But I think that's going to do it for us today. I'm definitely going to tie up a couple of those and throw them in my box. Be sure to visit the website, jworthhandtied.com. I've been adding new things to that off and on, so visit so you can stay updated with all that information. If you have any questions or comments on the jig that we tied here today, put those down below. But I think that's going to do it for us. As always, hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss any new content. And until next time, guys, keep tying in tight lines.